Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another beer review. We're going to revisit another Treehouse beer. Much like we did, I think it was last month, we did a little revisit of King Julius, which was awesome. And the beer that we're going to revisit today is the one and only Berry Green. Treehouse Brewing, Charlton, Massachusetts, courtesy of my man Geoff. I appreciate you, bro. You are the man. We've had a fun summer. I've had a fun summer trading beers with my buddy Geoff. He sent me some amazing beers and it's been great. So I'm super thankful. Thank you, sir. This was canned on August 18th. What does it say? I got Berry Green going for me, which is nice. That's funny. Today is September 4th, so we are 2.5 weeks in the can. Berry Green is the imperial version of green, 8.3%. Green is 7.5%. I've said it a million times on this channel. Green is my favorite IPA of all time. I've reviewed Berry Green before. I mean, I loved it. It's been, was that 4 years ago? I think I reviewed Berry Green. And I remember having this. It was such a small release at the time. I mean, back in the months and days. And I remember saying that if people didn't get Berry Green, not to worry about it because it wasn't that much different at the time from Green, which was just next level fucking ridiculousness. I remember telling people, I'm like, if you didn't get Berry Green, don't be upset. Just drink Green because it's not the same, but it's basically like you'd be stoked on it. So I've heard these like kind of smaller batch releases. I think Berry Green, they do like the whole Treehouse on the fly pickup thing where you order a case. I think Berry Green, like you get a couple cans in a 24 can case. So they're doing small batches of these. The King Julius, I don't remember the King Julius release was, but that I love that beer. I thought King Julius was like, it reminded me of old Treehouse. And people have been saying like very hazy, very green, all these other small batch releases are kind of like reminding them of old school Treehouse. So thought this one was worthy of making a video. I mean, fuck, anytime you get to drink Treehouse beer, you're stoked, right? So let's get into it. Geoff also sent this green Treehouse Willy glass, which is fire. This is the proper so glassware, and you guys know if you watch my videos, beer tastes better in proper glassware. Holy, what is happening right now? Did I pour that hard? Jeez, I didn't think I did. Apparently we did. We got 4 fingers ahead on that guy. I love this label, by the way. I think I said when I first reviewed this reminds me of like when you get a tattoo, like that's the little stencil that someone puts on you. Did anybody ever get this tattooed on them? I think I mentioned it last time. Someone has had to have a Treehouse tattoo by now, right? Like, come on. Are you even a Treehouse fanboy if you don't have a tattoo, bro? Yeah, this beer looks awesome. I mean, there was 4 fingers ahead. There's still about 3 fingers there, but this is just glowing in the glass. It's that hazy lemonade. We talk about it. It looks like orange juice mixed with milk. It's just that awesome, just vibrant haze, that orange juice, crazy New England style. It's funny because when I reviewed Green for the first time, it was the first time I'd ever seen a beer that looked like this. Not like, I mean, I drank Hefeweizens and stuff, but it's the first time I saw a hoppy beer that looked like this. But it looks amazing in that proper glassware. I feel like I'm rambling right now. We've reviewed some beers tonight, sorry. You know what? When you come to this channel, sometimes you see me hammered on camera drinking beer, so that might be what we're doing right now. Shove our nose in it. Oh my gosh, it smells like pineapple juice. Guys, see, this is reminding me of like what I fell in love with Treehouse. It's pineapple juice, it's like fresh cut basil, and it's fruit stripe bubblegum. That is what I remember Green smelling like. All the feels are coming back right now. It's funny because Geoff also sent me, Treehouse bottled a batch of Green, and I had some, I wasn't gonna upload that video, and I had a text thread with a couple buddies, and my one buddy was like, hey, you should upload it because I had heard from other people that their bottles were oxidized. I had an oxidized bottle of Green that was terrible, and it wasn't Geoff's fault. Like, he went to the brewery and got beer and shipped me one. So it was like, I was so stoked on that because I had heard that like the bottled batch of Green was supposed to be like next level amazing, and it was like, I got a bad bottle. It just, it happens. But smelling this is like, my pants are fitting funny right now. Oh, it's just like that, the herbaceous thing that you get from Galaxy hops. I don't know if green is still, or very green, whatever, is still all Galaxy hop. I don't think it is, but like, this was the first beer that made me fall in love with Galaxy hops. Green was. I know this is very green, but that pineapple note that you get and that crazy herbal basil thing, like, that's there with it. Like, it just smells so good. Oh, I want to drink it. Just gonna taste it. Geoff, cheers, bro. Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yes. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. This brings me back to falling in love with Treehouse beer. It really does. Holy smokes, that, like, the Treehouse mouthfeel is there. That fruit stripe gum thing is there. The pineapple, like the basil, all that stuff is there. This is so soft and so delicious. The mouthfeel is creamy. It's candy. It's funny because I've been talking about it the last couple, like, new Treehouse releases that I've reviewed. I kind of feel like they're like not over hopping, but they're hopping their beers like way at a higher rate than they were before. Like old school Treehouse, I just feel like it was like super soft, like it was just a great display of whatever hop they were using. And I feel like these days their beers are like more intense, like they're more intense on your palate. You get more of like a biting bitterness. There's like a dankness that I never remember getting from Treehouse. But this reminds me of like old school Treehouse. Like it's hop candy with that bubble gum and that herbaceousness and the pineapple. This is so good. And just smell it. Fuck. Yeah, this is fantastic. Like I said, 8.2% doesn't drink like an 8% beer. This is fantastic. This is very green, but this reminds me of what I fell in love with. This reminds me of green. I mean, that beer is 7.5%. If someone gave you a 7.5% beer compared to an 8.2% beer blind, like, would you be able to tell the difference? Probably not. I wouldn't be able to. I mean, I'm not a fucking beer drinking expert, but I mean, when you're talking about a half a point as far as alcohol goes, like, whatever. But this reminds me of green. This is fucking awesome. This is so good. I mean, it just goes to show, like, and that's kind of the thing that bummed me out about posting the Treehouse, the green review with the oxidized bottle. People started talking shit about Treehouse. Like, there's no reason to talk shit about Treehouse. They're still in the upper echelon of hoppy breweries. Like, not even hoppy too. They make so many good styles of beer. There's no reason to talk shit about them. They do no wrong. As far as like beer goes, they make massive amounts of beers. They make tons of different styles. They're letting so many people drink their beer. Like, they're whatever. Treehouse is amazing. They were the first New England brewery that I fell in love with, and I will forever be fans of Treehouse. I got to go there in 2016, meet everyone. Like, everyone was amazing to me. Like, I love all those people. I look forward to the day that I can travel back to Charlton and check out the new brewery. So we'll leave it at that. This can of Very Green is world-class, next-level, amazing New England style IPA. So there you go. Geoff, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for sharing this. That's Very Green. The August 18th, 2020. 2020 has sucked, but guess what? This beer did not. So, do you guys have this one? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. See you very soon. Cheers.
Thank you for coming behind the bar, in the arcade, all that shit.
Ever since I was younger, I was into video games.
Somebody like the Fuse so I can bring bad news to all these crews who can't NBA jam with the shoe.